So I had to jump on here. This is not what I had planned to do at all today, but there is something that's going viral that I wanted to talk about that I think is really important. So the FDA has came out and said that there is a produce hack that has been being shared that is unsafe. And it is not my produce hack, and I have a better way to teach you guys to store this item. So as people are jumping on here real quick, I just wanted to talk about this. So the FDA has came out and said that the produce hack of storing avocados, which a lot of people do this with lemons and limes too, but storing avocados in water is not safe. And it is something for months I have been saying, don't do this, because a lot of people put them in the jars in tap water. They don't wash them beforehand. They have them in the fridge. They leave them in that same water for weeks on end, and then they pull them out and they think that they look fresh, but they don't think about all the things that were on that avocado and then in that water that is not safe. So the way that I teach is to do it differently, so, which I will talk about in just a second. But anyways, the FDA has came out and said that storing, I'm trying to read this over here, but that storing the avocados in this way, it keeps the residual pathogens on the surface potentially multiplying in the water. Then you can have different things on it like Listeria and E. coli and Salmonella on your produce items because you haven't even washed them, and then you're storing them this way, and it can seep into the avocado, making it not fresh. So I see this hack all the time too with lemons and limes, like don't store unwashed produce in water. Like, don't store it in tap water. Just don't do it. So that is why I was jumping on here. But I did want to talk about how I do store these two items. And these two items, we have been in 9 newspapers around the world for our hack and why we store them the way that we do. So this avocado is over a month old. And when I got it, I made sure that it was perfectly ripe. So how I do that is the feeling I want for a ripe avocado is when you pinch your fingers like this together. That's kind of the squishiness that I want to be feeling for on my avocado. I don't want it rock hard, and I don't want it super where you can push into it. So this has been in the refrigerator for a couple weeks now, but just do that. That's what it should feel like, just like this. So I don't want them rock hard when I get them from the store. And I bring them home and I wash them in vinegar water. So it's a 1/4 cup of vinegar to my large bowl of water, and I wash that for 2 minutes. Oh, the little top fell off. But anyways, I do that for 2 minutes, and then I let it dry all the way before I put it in the refrigerator. And by putting it in the refrigerator, I have stopped the ripening process, so it doesn't get any more ripened as it's in the refrigerator if it is stored with a lemon. So I buy these at the same time, and these are produce buddies. They help each other stay fresher longer. So normally I get avocados every 3 weeks when I go to the grocery store. This one I actually is from the cycle before and not this time, but avocados every 3 weeks when I go to the store, and then I normally get lemons in a big bag every 6 weeks. So you don't have to store them in water. You don't have to store them dirty. You can make them clean and keep them together in your crisper drawer. And that is the magic that makes them last longer. So in your crisper drawer, if I have any other citrus and limes, oranges, I also keep them in this drawer all together. So it's kind of my citrus and avocado drawer. I didn't even know when I started doing this. I just like that they all fit together in the same drawer, that they actually help each other stay fresher longer. So that is the trick between having them stay fresher longer. They do not need to be stored in water. You don't have to get soggy avocados because you put water in them. So the little nub fell off while I was talking and messing with it. So this is the little nub. And on here you can see that still looks bright green and beautiful. So this is from, I think this is from when I went grocery shopping on Easter, or possibly could be Mother's Day. But either way, it's a couple weeks old. We're like almost to Memorial Day. So anyways, if it looks like nice and green in there, that is great. That means the inside of your avocado is green and it's healthy and fresh. If it was white or black or really dark brown, your inside of your avocado is rotten. So I don't really want to cut this because I'm not going to eat it tonight, or well, I guess I could, but anyways, so this is what the avocado is. That's that little nub check that you can do to do that. This is like faith right here, knowing that I'm showing you a month-old avocado. Here, look, I'm cutting it. Let's see, can you see? Like, this is a month-old avocado. I'm not even messing around. I know this is gonna be fresh. Okay, that was faith. Like that is like, that's no trick photography or anything. That is a month-old avocado. Here, now let's see if I can get you back up here to me. But anyways, month-old avocado that's been in my refrigerator this whole time. This wasn't planned today. This wasn't anything. This is just because avocado hacks are going viral today, and they're FDA is telling you not to do it a certain way. Do it my way, but they're not telling you a proper way to store them. So anyways, that's why we're jumping on here tonight to do this. So this is a fresh month-old avocado and I just totally just cut this live for you. Now, so I would probably eat half at a time. So I would keep this one out. The side with the pit, I would try to keep the pit in if I wasn't going to eat the whole thing, and keep the skin on. And this is a pint size, a wide mouth, pint size canning jar. It doesn't matter the brand for this. I normally buy ball jars. I'm going to fix this a little bit. But anyways, this is a pint size, what is this? Pint size wide mouth jar, and then you put it in the jar like this with a metal lid. It's really important for this one that you use a metal lid and not a plastic lid, and this will make it airtight. And I'll put this in the fridge, and now I have like another week to eat this. So he said a month-old avocado, and now I have to eat it. I know, now I have to eat it. I did have like 10 in my fridge like a week ago, or when I went shopping last. So since I'm not eating this right this second, this is my other little trick. Especially if you're cutting an apple. If I'm cutting an apple, if you can put most of the things back together when you're not eating it, like make it kind of look like the item again, and then put it in the same jar. Like if you're cutting it up the night before for your kids or whatever, put it in the same jar in the refrigerator, airtight with a metal lid. It won't work with the plastic lid because the plastic lids release some of the air, or they're not totally airtight, but put the metal lid in the refrigerator. This works for avocados, it works for apples, and because it works for avocados and apples, I had also realized that it would keep bananas for a few days longer in a jar when you only use half of a banana. All the hearts always give me. So anyways, but it's really important, the size jar with a metal lid in your refrigerator. So I will totally pull this back out in a couple days, and it will still be totally fresh. I can eat half of it. I could eat a quarter of it. I could save it for later, all the things. It does not need to be stored in water. But in the crisper drawer, keep your lemons and your avocados together. So anyways, that was what I had to say. And that was my avocado stuff. But since I'm here, I'll answer questions and all the things. So the hearts are always good. You can't see the hearts on the replay, and the hearts are like my favorite thing, but that's why I love Instagram so much, because of the hearts. But well, I have two things behind me I wanted to show you, so let me go. So Kat's not on here yet, but she has been bugging me for weeks to make sauerkraut. So I finally started doing that last night. So we're going to make that as a blog post. Oh, now I have sauerkraut juice in my hands. Anyways, so we're going to make that as a blog post with all the instructions, and I've been taking videos and stuff so we can do that. So when you're watching this, especially Kat, you've been asking me for weeks to do it, and I finally got around to doing it yesterday. So that's the sauerkraut. It will sit on the counter for up to a week, depending on how much I want it fermented and how the tastiness of it is, and then it'll go in the refrigerator. And I have some in the refrigerator still. That's why I wasn't in a hurry to make it, because I made a whole bunch in the fall, and it's still good in the refrigerator all this time later. And then look at these, you guys. Are these pretty? These are new. These are stainless steel. They look like pint-sized jars with a metal lid, or metal lid and a metal straw. But these are new cups on Kickstarter. So we have a Kickstarter fundraiser going on right now, which is just huge. It's for book number 2 of I Bought It Now What, which goes over the next 25 produce items and all the herbs. Everybody's been asking me about herbs. It goes over all the herbs in book number 2, and you'll be able to get a physical copy. So people that have been asking about book number 1 and book number 2, there'll be a way to get a physical copy. It's on Kickstarter. If you go over to Kickstarter, it's I Bought It Now What, and I'm sure there's somebody on here that can put the link into the comments here, but when I get done and do it for the replay, I'll make sure that the link is there. But if you don't know about Kickstarter, Kickstarter is to help raise funds. So it's a fundraising program, platform kind of a thing. So for the Cross Legacy, we have 7 employees, and so it is a way to help us keep getting out books and getting out a course is the next thing we're going to be working on after the summer book is out and launched, and all these other things that we're doing. So by helping us and supporting us on Kickstarter, it helps us grow. And there we go. Lindsay put the Kickstarter link up there. So anyways, the thing about Kickstarter is we absolutely have to hit our funding goal, or we don't get 1 penny of anything that was raised. So it's really, really important that if you guys like what we're doing and want to see us be able to do more things, like today, this afternoon, like was phone calls, stop everything, and we are working on avocados the rest of the day. Like avocados. Like if you'll notice, there was an avocado reel that went up, there was an avocado post that went up. I was on a podcast this afternoon and I was able to talk about avocados, and now we're working like right now. Everybody was stopping what they're doing to get this FDA information out, so it'll be on our 𝐂𝐻𝐿egacy.com. It's those kind of things that is really just stop everything, and this is something that people need to know about right this second. That will help with the Kickstarter and being able to do these kind of things. I am one person and I can do videos all the time, but there are so many behind the scenes things that the team helps take care of. So I can do only the things that I can do. And one of my favorite things that only I can do is spend as much time as I can answering questions to you guys and making connections and helping other families. So that gives me more time to be able to do this kind of stuff and be able to get on live or answer questions, or even if I didn't see that message earlier today that people were starting to send me messages like, the FDA just said this, then we wouldn't even have known, if we weren't paying so much attention to what you guys were sending us. So anyways, Kickstarter is so important. And we have some really cool things over there that you will enjoy. There's some, I don't even have examples of all of the things yet here at my house, but the jars are here, or not the jars, the cups are here. I have 2, but the cups are here. There's jars that are coming. There's these printable things that we'll be sending out. There's magnets to remind you of what the measurements are and the time kind of things. There's all kinds of cool things. So make sure that you're checking out Kickstarter and sharing it and all the things. It's just been a really fun process to be a part of. So I'm going to scroll it and see if I've missed any questions. So if you have any questions, this is a really good time to ask me while I scroll back here and see if I missed anything. So it also gives me notifications for every single person that jumps on. So I have to scroll and see if I missed a question. If I didn't catch a question, then ask me again. So, okay, I'm at the beginning and I'm scrolling. So I was just on 𝐻𝐿eLife, 𝐻𝐿eLife, like healthy, but 𝐻𝐿eLife podcast, like just an hour ago. And soon as that gets released, I'll be releasing that. But I had such a fun conversation with Karen, and it was really neat to be able to work with somebody that's also trying to help families eat better and be able to talk about this journey that we're on. I'm not sure what that comment was. I'm going to scroll a little bit more. Thank you for your guidance. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll. All right, any other questions while I'm on here? I'm just speaking real quick. See all the hearts. There's the Kickstarter link. I'll make sure that we also do, oh yeah, that's a good reminder. I'll make sure that we also put the Kickstarter in the description, but on Instagram, if that's where you're watching this, there's a highlight bubble that says Kickstarter, and that has a clickable link. So Instagram doesn't let us have clickable links in the post, which is so frustrating. So you have to copy and paste them. It's not us just not doing it right. They just don't let us do that or anybody do that. So on the highlight bubbles, if you go to our profile, on the highlight bubbles, there's one that says Kickstarter, and that has the links. And also if you go to the 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒.com, it's like our front page is all Kickstarter stuff. So the 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒.com will take you there too. Let me just scroll if we see anything. Okay. I think we're good. So anyways, that's what's going on today. So we are, Leslie, because she's my #1 supporter and I love her like tremendously, and I can't wait to meet her someday. But so remember to follow Amy on all the platforms, the Cross Legacy and the 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒.com. If you don't know, my name is Amy Cross, and the Cross Legacy is our family motto, and that's why it ended up being the name of our Instagram and our blog 10 months ago when we started. So we have 90,000 followers now, and we just started 10 months ago. It's absolutely amazing to be able to teach you guys these hacks and teach you how to save money for your families every single day. So anyways, if nobody has any other questions, I can't think of anything else exciting that I was supposed to tell you tonight. So I'm going to just check one more time. I think we're good. So anyways, we are going to be putting up a blog post later tonight. So it has the FDA information on this if you want to look it up to find out the actual information, the scientific information from the FDA. And it'll also link to our blog post that's been up for a few months and that we've been in 9 newspapers globally for. And that is the 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐿𝐒.com/avocados. So that teaches you all the things of why I store avocados and lemons together. But anyways, have a good day, and thank you for tagging me in post. If I wouldn't have saw all this going crazy today, then I wouldn't have known, and I wished I had her name right off the top of my head, and I don't, but somebody had messaged me like 2 hours ago and told me that this is being published. So anyways, I'm just so thankful for all of my followers, and I don't even know what else to say. That I love you guys, and I'm thankful for you guys being here, and share me with your friends. Please just share me with your friends. So have a good night. Bye-bye.